Government of Malawi established the National Economic Empowerment Fund Limited, NEEF, to provide microfinance services to all Malawians who wish to set up small businesses or expand their existing businesses in the country. The institution rebranded from what was known as the Malawi Enterprise Development Fund, MEDEF. The change is the embodiment of the Tonse Alliance government's agenda and aspirations to economically empower the vulnerable, women and the youth for improved livelihoods.
The National Economic Empowerment Fund originates from the point when the government made a decisive policy turnaround to rebrand from MEDEF to the new institution called the National Economic Empowerment Fund, NEEF, following the unprecedented and dismal performance of the then MEDEF. This happened immediately after the elections in July-August 2020. It was a decisive policy turnaround. It was to move away from the usual business which catalyzed MEDEF and its predecessor institutions like MADEF, which was mainly to offer microfinancial services to Malawians, ordinary Malawians, I should say. But this time around, to mainly look at provision of microfinancial services with the ultimate goal of achieving economic empowerment for Malawians.
A year after its existence, the fund has already disbursed over 30 billion kwacha and sealed partnerships with critical institutions, which is a great success in comparison to the performance of its predecessor institutions.
Now, this is unprecedented because if you look at even the loan book, ever since MADEF was established in April 2005 to the time MEDEF was exiting the stage, that is in July-August 2021, the aggregate loan portfolio was only around 26 billion. We have come up with several loan products that target people that previously were not part and parcel of the fund. For instance, I would say that when we were moving away from MEDEF to NEEF, we were only having about 10 loan products. But as it stands now, we have 18. Of notable significance are very new products that have never ever been dispersed before, like the micro-leasing agreement. But also, even within the generic products that were there, we have gone a step forward, like, for example, deliberate inclusion of persons with disability. As it stands now, we have in excess of 15 groups of persons with disability have helped some young people to get products which the property is within the custody of, we can say is within the ownership of NEEF, but they are able to use it and repay the loans. We have partnered with institutions. These institutions are the ones providing guarantorship to NEEF for these young people to access credit. For example, now we are working with TNM, in which young people that are interested to pursue business using ICT-related products, then they register with TNM, and the TNM probably recruits them, and these are submitted to NEEF for payment of the loans. We are also working with TVETA now. We already signed a memorandum of understanding, and the purpose of our agreement with TVETA is to ensure that young people with the technical and entrepreneurial, technical, vocational, entrepreneurial skills are given a backing by TVETA, and these can also be given loans. We have also not stopped there in terms of partnership. We have also entered into partnership with the Ministry of Industry and Trade to provide financial loans, we can say microcredit, to small and medium entrepreneurs that have secured contracts.
Ordinary and underdeserved Malawian women are at the core of NEEF's scope of work. In the northern part of Malawi, a woman is championing the social and economic empowerment of youths by providing vocational skills. Her tailoring business is benefiting from a women's enterprise loan from NEEF.
Where you are here, this is the Kalonga Craft Center, and my business is called Jagna Designing and Tailoring Shop. So my work mostly is training as well as producing. I do make almost everything. I overheard people talking about NEEF. By then, NEEF had just arrived here in Kalonga. So with me, I didn't want to just hearing to people to say there is this benefit of loan. I went there. I talked to the manager. I talked to him, and by then we had already formed a 10 group which we wanted to benefit. So we wrote our business plans, and we gathered all the documents which we needed at that time. And when we went with them to the office, the NEEF office, we were given a loan. I remember that time we were given 150 each within the group. Last year, should I say this year? This year we benefited again. We benefited almost, each one of us got 500,000. I was opportuned to get another loan. Like now, I got the loan of almost 1 million. I'm remaining maybe with the 500,000 to pay back. So I want to train as many students as I can, and because I didn't had enough money, and now that I'm benefiting from NEEF, loan from NEEF, I know for sure I'm going to benefit, and it is going to help me expand my business. And even students, I should say boys, young boys and girls who want to benefit from the training, I know for sure they are going to benefit.
Chitukuko Group in Katabe is another beneficiary of a loan facility from NEEF. The rapid transformation of the livelihoods of these members and that of their community is telling. Some women in the group have since embarked on a large-scale agriculture activity here at Limpasa Rice Scheme, thereby securing their households with steady food and sustainable income.
Mubanga, Fumu, Msawanika village.
I'm here at a rice scheme doing farming. I cultivate rice during rainy season and during dry season using irrigation system. We are 10 people who got a loan from NEEF. Many of us got a loan of 300,000 kwacha. We invested that money into various businesses and farming. We bought farm plots using profits realized from the businesses. As you can see, I've cultivated rice in my plot and we've finished paying back the NEEF loan. This rice is our profits. My home is now changed. Before getting the loan, my family was poor. We were struggling to get food and relish. Even tea was a problem. But now, that is history. We drink tea every day. We eat properly and raise our children properly. My home has changed.
NEEF is mandated through its reconstitution to look into broader objectives of microfinancing with focus on economic empowerment and become a preferred microfinance institution in Malawi.
You must have the Malawian national identity to prove that you are a bona fide Malawian. The people that we give monies to should be trained, and they go through about 3, if not 4, kinds of trainings. We are a regulated microfinance institution, and because of that, where we have to have processes, documentation, that is in a language that is not local. The literacy levels amongst the target clientele are not as high as one would have wanted for somebody who is getting services in a financial industry.
The strategic intent of the National Economic Empowerment Fund Limited is to be a major player in stimulating the economy by, among others, empowering Malawians, especially youths and women, for job creation and enhancement of entrepreneurial activities.
Our group of Mula Women Club got a loan from NEEF. The total amount was 1,900,000 kwacha, which was shared among the group members. Each member got a loan amount according to their business plan and their ability to repay. We invested this money into various businesses. We distribute the group savings, but to raise funds, we find latecomers and absentees to the meetings. That money helps to grow group savings. We took loan from NEEF in order to boost our businesses because they had a little capital. Currently, we are working hard as a group to finish paying back the loan, and we resolved as a group that we should not default. We shall pay back according to the agreement made with NEEF. Since we know the significance of these loans, our plan is that once we finish paying back, we shall apply for a higher loan amount.
According to the Ministry of Finance, NEEF is expected to support the establishment of more than 200,000 enterprises, which will in turn contribute to the creation of about 300,000 new jobs in the economy. At Ngoludi in Chiradzulu district, in the southern part of the country, a NEEF client is running a viable business. The proprietor of the venture benefited from micro-enterprise general trading loan and established a vibrant service station. The filling station has already provided more jobs, thereby placing the fund at the center of the job creation agenda by government.
I have managed to employ almost 14 people, if not 13. 6 of them, they are petrol attendants. 1 is a manager at the filling station. 5 of them, they are guards, and the other one is a shopkeeper. In short, I can say that the business is okay because I'm paying them and I'm so able to pay my loan. My advice is that my fellow business friends, they should be able to pay back the loan, because if we don't pay the loan in time, government is not going to give us or to assist some of our friends which haven't been assisted by the NEEF. So it's my plea to my friends that we should be paying back the loan as I am doing. And if we can be doing that, I think for sure and I hope for sure that government is going to give us some of the loans and even giving to other people which haven't benefited from NEEF.
The provision of microfinance services by NEEF has opened up a business opportunity for an entrepreneur in Lirangwe, Blantyre. From operating a grocery shop in the outskirts of the commercial capital, the shop owner now operates an NBS Banki Pafupi services. The business is already growing from strength to strength.
I have a grocery shop through which NBS Bank noticed me. The bank asked me to be their agent for Banki Pafupi. It has been 2 years now since I became an agent for Banki Pafupi. But all this time, I was operating in my grocery shop. Now I have decided to build a proper banking hall. The interest that we are required to pay to NEEF is very small, which has helped me to earn more profits, which in turn I'm finding it easier to buy stock in large quantities. Through this loan, I'm able to stock goods that I was failing to have in my shop. This is showing that the business is growing, and it has helped me realize that business performs well when you have enough business capital. I want to stand alone so that if there's another type of loan, NEEF should trust and allow me to get a loan with higher amount. That shall help me do all banking transactions and services for different banks so that everyone in this area can come here to access all banking services.
In Salima, in the central region of the country, a youthful business proprietor accessed Enterprise General Trading Loan. From the investment, he currently operates a number of businesses. The enterprises include importation of electronics and various merchandise from South Africa. He also sells food and beverages.
In these two businesses, there's other small, simple businesses as well. I will explain to you. This is a liquor shop. This liquor shop, I turn it to cafe. Cafe, I mean I sell food and beverage, drinks and food. And I got electronic shop. Electronic shop, in fact, I can say it's a pawn shop. Pawn shop, I sell used and brand new stuff. We got also logistic company that we carry things from South Africa. We collect it in Cape Town and Joburg. The money from NEEF is not for free. It's money that you get for you to do business. It's not political money. It's money from the government to empower young people. So we have to put that mindset. The mindset must change, because I can hear most of people long ago, they were getting this money, just sitting back. No, our government, they give to us. We can give it back. That is bad. We're killing Malawi because of that attitude.
Another enterprising woman in Kota Kota is making a fortune from motorcycle taxis. With the loan she got from NEEF, she has established a number of businesses such as a salon, a barber shop, and a grocery shop. She intends to invest more of her profits in agro-business.
I have a barber shop, saloon. I operate motorcycle taxis, and I'm a farmer. My life has completely improved, as you can see. I'm wearing a hair extension worth 11,600, which is a testimony for the change that has taken place in my life. My life has changed greatly because I'm able to earn more profits from different businesses that I own. I finished paying back the loan, and I have applied for another loan worth 5 million. When that money is dispersed, I would like to buy a truck because I cultivate sugarcane, so I want to use it to transport the sugarcane to the market.
The National Economic Empowerment Fund Limited offers to young people the Youth Enterprise Loan. This loan facility is designed for groups of 10 youth as well as individuals aged between 18 to 35. As of January 2022, the fund had disbursed 6.7 billion kwacha to youths covering 2,372 groups. In Kasungu, there is a young man making strides in his timber business. He intends to graduate to get an individual loan.
By the time that I heard that the NEEF, they give some youth loans, I was have already a small capital. So after I heard that, I go there with some friends to ask them, so if it is possible us to have a chance for that loan. So they say, oh yes, you can take a youth loan as a business loan. So we go there and for the procedure, what we will do and what we're supposed to have to afford that loan. So we try our best and make everything possible. So they gave us a chance. So everyone he take his business plan, give them. So after some time, they gave us a confirmation so that they told us it is okay, you can come and collect your details for loan what you want. So I look forward so that I can take another. So if it is possible, they can give me a chance. I want to take for person, not as a group, because maybe I can go forward rather than the way I was before.
In order to provide microfinance services to all deserving people in the country, the National Economic Empowerment Fund Limited has a branch network across the country, including the hard-to-reach areas like Likoma. On this island district alone, NEEF has disbursed 294 million kwacha to 100 groups, the first ever in the history of the organization. The fund's presence here has reduced the burden of clients to travel to various mainland districts and regional offices to access services offered by the fund.
The NEEF loans have come quite as a relief to Likoma residents. As islanders, we are waterlogged. As we are waterlogged, that means we face a lot of problems to access some microfinance loans. And more especially when we reach those places, we are asked to stake quite a huge asset as collateral. As for the loans, the NEEF loans have come in with a very flexible collateral. So it's very nice, it's very good.
To reach to all targeted applicants, NEEF has recruited 150 new loan officers that have been deployed to all constituencies across the country. The recruitment ensures rigorous assessment of clients and recruit credible ones that are to repay the loans. NEEF also works with recognized development structures at the districts.
The structure is simple. If one is willing to get a loan with NEEF, we have structured it from a level of village development committees, which work hand in hand with the ordinary people from the society, from their villages, and these village development committees and then work with area development committees who reach out to us or whom will reach out to them so that we make an awareness of our products and services. We are not that centralized. It means if you are in Kota, if you are in Salima, if you are in any other districts, you can actually access the loan from NEEF right from where you are. So it's never that when you are in Salima, you have to travel to Lilongwe to get a loan. No. You'll be assisted right away in Salima.
In an era where property grabbing and victimization of widows has raised concerns from human rights defenders, NEEF has come to the rescue of a woman who lost all she had to her late husband's family. She is now a proud owner of 2 dairy cows, which she bought from profits she made out of her business. She is a steady supplier of milk to Shire Highlands Milk Producers Association.
I lived a life of misery since my husband's death in 2020. I'm a widow. Because I was able to communicate with the chief on my problem, he connected me to this institution so that I can access the loan. Before I got the loan, I was facing discrimination because I had nothing and I had no other means to get money, and there was no relative to assist me with business capital. But after getting money from NEEF, I'm now happy. Now, some of my relatives and others are now coming back to me just because they have seen that my life has changed through this loan from NEEF. I've benefited a lot from this business because I managed to earn profits which were used to buy these 2 cows. On top of that, I have a brick kiln right here.
Another struggling young woman in Liwonde who lost her property to fire has NEEF to thank for bringing back her lost hope. She tells a sad story after losing her husband to an illness. She is operating a carpentry shop in Liwonde and currently has running capital to afford her the flexibility of making her furniture business grow while she fends for her daily needs.
My husband died in 2002. When I came back to my home village, I realized that my life dependency is painful. I went to technical college for Makoha, where I did carpentry and joinery. When I finished the training, I started working at my shop. Unfortunately, the shop caught electric fire. My life has really changed now. Because I had little capital, the production was limited. For instance, I would only make one item, waiting for a customer to buy it so that the proceeds should be used to make another item. Now, I'm able to make more items. and customers come to buy what they want. This has been my ultimate wish, to be able to make items to allow customers to buy ready-made products. Once I finish my first loan, I'd like to apply for another loan so that my business should continue to grow.
It is an open secret that many small-scale businesses in Malawi collapse due to lack of financing. A fish farmer from Zomba, whose business has been resuscitated with the loan from NEEF, encourages struggling business individuals to utilize the available opportunity that NEEF offers through the small loans.
We formed a group. Each member got money according to their business plans. Based on my business plan, I decided to boost my fish farming business. I got 200,000 kwacha, which I used to buy good fish breeds and good fish feed. I got the loan in February 2021, and I'm able to pay back this loan through this farming.
As a revolving fund, beneficiaries of NEEF loans are encouraged to repay to recapitalize their institution and enable the funds to revolve and register huge impact in the economy. A young businessman who hires out tents, jumping castles, and red carpets in the town of Mangochi is making a fortune out of his business ever since he got the loan from NEEF. The loan assisted him to add more tents to his business. He underscores the importance of repaying the loans to enable NEEF to reach out to many Malawians that eagerly wait for their turn to access this loan facility.
When I heard that NEEF is giving out loans to young people, I decided to try my luck. I went to NEEF offices and I applied for 1.8 million kwacha loan in order to add to my business capital. Luckily, they accepted my application and came to see my business. They disbursed the money, which I used to purchase additional tents and a jumping castle. My message to young people is that they should not look down upon themselves. If they have ability to do business, then they should go to NEEF to explain their business plan. Also, most of us, young people, tend to be crooks. When we get loan, we run away. We should be mindful that when we get NEEF loan and manage it well to pay back, we give opportunity to other young people to get the same loan. I would like to encourage fellow young people that when we have an opportunity, we should be paying back so that our friends should be able to access this loan facility.
So far, the fund has disbursed about 30 billion kwacha, covering 9,322 groups and 679 individuals. Of these, 13.7 billion kwacha has gone to women, covering more than 5,026 groups across the country. The injection of this huge capital has boosted particularly women participation in small-scale businesses in tandem with objectives of the Tonse Alliance government to empower the vulnerable at grassroots level. The performance of NEEF has been enhanced further by a better recovery rate of the loans, which stands at about 75%. The best so far for a taxpayers-funded lending institution.